What is going on, guys? It's Laziii here, and I want to talk about Fortnite's new season. I'm a little worried, to be honest. I don't know how you guys are feeling, but I feel like since the Avatar crossover event, mythics have been a little too goddamn prevalent. It's like you have to use them, you have to have them in the inventory, or you're just gonna have a harder time. And I understand mythics and legendaries, they should be worth getting, but I feel like, I'm not gonna say the mythics and shit are OP, but I feel like they provide too much utility. Like, there's either too much of a movement buff, there's too much damage, like it's always a combination of things. Like in this season, with the samurais and the demons and shit, like I like the season, like the map, like the story, all that. But I will say it feels like I'm fighting goddamn serial killers with how many times I get sliced up. I don't know. Like I would love a season where it's like just gun on gun. Gun on gun, maybe explosives like grenades. But man, like think about the Marvel season. It was pretty much a guarantee, at least in my lobbies. It was pretty much a guarantee that you were going to see the auto turret, maybe the shield, definitely the jetpack. It's fucking ridiculous. Like the Avatar season, it was a given you were going to see the water scroll in the top 10, top 5. You might see the earth scroll, and you were definitely going to see somebody with the air scooter. The Marvel shit, like I said, you're gonna see somebody with the shield, auto turret, jetpack. You might see somebody flying around with like Iron Man's boots. Then let me think. The Doom season, there was the Doom gloves. His pistol was very prevalent. But the Doom gloves and shit like that, turning into Doom. It's too goddamn much. I don't know how the community at large. By the way, what the fuck's going on with this game and jump pads? Like, you see I'm on flat ground and it just wasn't working. It was pissing me off. But back to what I'm fucking talking about. The mythics are just, there's too much utility. And, maybe that's like it's a mythic, it's supposed to have utility. But it feels like the mythics do too much of everything. Like, I feel like every mythic we've gotten as of recent, they're good for movement, they're good for damage output, they're good for resetting. There's nothing they're not good at doing. Like, for instance, the Metal Gear Solid crossover, when you could cloak, that might get you out of a situation so you could reset it. But very rarely were you gonna be able to successfully cloak, sneak up on somebody and get a kill on them. It was only good for escaping or resetting it, repositioning. Where are those mythics? I'm fine with mythics. I just don't want to deal with mythics that do everything. Like the swords in this season, it's okay, you can get away from people, you can chase a motherfucker across the Atlas, and you can do high damage. They do too much. I'm a casual player. I've peaked out on Diamond 1 a few seasons ago, so I'd like to think, I'm decent. If you've seen my content before, my aim is ass, but whatever. I'm a casual player. These mythics are making it to where I don't even want to play the regular Battle Royale because it's in the top 15, top 10, you know what you're gonna see. Add on top the fact that these shotguns are beaming people across the goddamn world now. It's fuck, you can't, every gunfight is you can't do shit. Especially when motherfuckers can have a mythic as the first thing they pick up in the match, depending on where you land or if you know where to go. If you have an unlucky drop, or you just play late, so you're having to go around the map to unlock the POIs to get the XP, you could run into somebody with the fucking samurai sword as the first person you see in the match. like, it's one thing for somebody to have, like, a blue gun their first drop. Like, that's still good, and it's still a shitty situation to be in. But you can fight back. Like, if somebody has a sword, and you have, like, a common little AR or something like that, there's really not much you're gonna do. They're gonna dash towards you, they're gonna slice you up, you're gonna get fucking stun locked, and you're just dead. And I get it. That's how BR goes. Sometimes somebody's gonna get better loot than you. It's GG. Back out to lobby, re-queue, suck it up, move the fuck on. That would be fine if it hasn't felt like it's been like 5 seasons in a row where this was happening, where it's just like there's mythics everywhere. Like, I don't even feel like you have to buy these motherfuckers from the NPCs you can talk to around the map. They're everywhere. You search like 3 chests. At this point, I feel like if you don't find one in the first area you land in, the second one is guaranteed you're gonna find one, or somebody will have died, so it's on the ground. They're everywhere. There's too many. They do too much. They're too prevalent. Like, I feel like a few seasons ago, like prior to the Avatar event, I feel like the mythics felt earned. They felt fair. It's like, okay, this guy shooting at me with whatever the fuck he's shooting at me with, or damaging me with whatever he's damaging me, he had to earn this. He had to go to a specific POI. He had to survive there. He had to talk to the NPC. He had to have the gold, or he had to do the quest, or he had to beat the boss. At this point, you can find the sword just searching the chest the first building you drop. Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I know people who just flat out don't like the season and haven't played. Which, again, like, there's other shit you can play. There's OG, there's Reload, there's all the custom shit. Seems like Rocket Racing is kind of fizzled out. But there's other shit you can play. But, like, if the main BR is your shit, the fact that you hate the season so much you just gotta wait 90 days in the hopes that shit gets better in the next season, I don't know. Like, but I'm really worried about next season because it's supposed to be lawless. I saw Sub-Zero and shit like that. Like, I don't want to go from getting sliced and diced with a goddamn samurai sword to getting my ass beat by, like, police tonfas and shit like that. I just feel like there's a bunch of shit that could be used as mythics with, like, I don't know if it's a cops and robbers-esque season, but that's kind of the vibe I'm getting. And with how things have been trending with Fortnite lately, I just know there's going to be a piece of gear, or at least 1 or 2 items that are just annoying as fuck that you're going to see in every match. And not because they're necessarily OP, but because of all the utility they're going to offer you, to where it just doesn't even make sense not to have it. I'm really worried. I really want next season to go back to just gun on gun. I want the mythics to feel fair. I want them to feel earned. I want them to not be annoying to go against. Like, again, the water scroll. It was very good. And it was extremely fucking annoying to go against because everybody fucking had it in the map. Like, everybody had the water scroll. Everybody got the auto turret in the Marvel season. There was a lot of people using the gloves in the Doom season. And you see that I'm on flat ground and the jump pad isn't fucking doing what it's supposed to do again. But anyway, I want them to tone down the fucking mythic spam. Like, I'm already not great. I don't win very often, but I'd like to win. I'd like to lose by being just outgunned like normal. I don't want to get sliced and diced. I don't want a motherfucker to be able to chase me all over the world. Like, think about it. In these recent seasons, running away just it's not an option. Like, with all the gear people can have, you can have a full tank of gas vehicle and they'll still be right behind you the whole fucking time. Like, it's fucking ridiculous. But I've kind of rambled long enough. Get down in the comments, let me know what you guys think. I'm just gonna leave you with the rest of the gameplay. It's been Laziii, hope you enjoyed it. I'll catch you later, bye.